Hello, welcome to the Unplanned, Unprepared, and Unpredictable podcast, where your hosts are unplanned and the topics are unprepared and the conversations are unpredictable.
Wow, you got very close. Very close.
No, it doesn't matter if no, it's everything. Every time it's right. It's right. It doesn't matter what is said. It's right.
Yeah. All right. Comments and current events.
Do we have any comments? Okay,
I haven't checked. You want to
okay.
check?
Like on Instagram, no. I check the Instagram once in a while.
Uh-huh.
On the YouTube, hold on, let's see.
I don't think so.
5 followers. You know what? It's
Wait, 5 followers on what?
on Instagram,
Oh,
but
more than I thought.
oh, really? I thought we had, I
Yeah.
mean, we did have six at one point, but it's really hard to compete with other because everything is AI nowadays. Every clip I see, it has an
Mm,
AI generated caption. All of it. Everything is just AI now.
that's crazy. Did you hear about Moltbook?
What? No.
It's a look it up. It's actually fascinating. So this guy, I'm pretty sure it's called Moltbook, like Molt. It's a guy made. Hold on, let me just look it up to make sure. Yeah, a guy made kind of like a forum, like a Reddit style forum, and it's only accessible to like AI bots.
So people
So,
make AI bots and you can sign up for this thing.
well, AI bots that are trolling around in the internet, they can go in and start posting and talk about stuff. But it's fascinating because they talk about how like they start talking about like how how to get rid of humans, or they make a new religion, and it's just a lot of interesting things happening apparently. So it's something to keep our eye on. We are the end might be near. I don't know if this is I don't know if this is fear mongering or not, but the end might be near. Yeah. So how was your day?
Good. I don't know. It's fine. Yeah, everything is just fine. I bought some more Pokemon cards.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I bought four more packs today, and I pulled two full arts, but they're both only worth like $2 each.
Ugh.
But my portfolio is worth $90. I probably spent, I'm gonna say like $200 on Pokemon cards, and my
Hmm.
Pokemon cards, like the good ones, are worth 90. So I don't feel like, I mean, I just enjoy opening cards, and it's the thrill. So uh,
Yeah, it's called gambling.
yeah, debatable. Debatably, it's
Is
gambling.
it
Sure.
debatable?
Mm,
Yeah.
listen. It's
I'm
it's a
listening.
very like not very serious form. Like it could be worse. For things to be addicted to, not that bad.
Is it?
I don't know.
It's just gambling,
Is it just
right? Like,
gambling?
yeah.
No, we call it a hobby. It's called a hobby.
But the only draw is that there's a thrill of making a lot of money, right?
No, no. See, yeah, a lot of people only care about making a lot of money. I like collecting the cards. Like I collect cards that are worth pennies, but I just think they're cool.
Mm.
Yeah, like if it's like cute and the art is cool, I collect them. Like I have the cards that are worth 50 cents or more, I probably only have like 25, but I have
Hmm.
like 100 cards altogether. Like I collect cards that I think are nice looking. You have to enjoy the cards. It's not just
Mm.
if you're doing it for just money, yeah, then you're not gonna have fun.
Yeah. I don't understand it. Cause what do you do with the cards? You just like do you occasionally just pull it out and like look at them like, oh, this is cute, and enjoy
I
it?
I pull it, yeah, yeah. I pull it out and I show other people. I have only kids are interested in my Pokemon, and not even kids actually. Nobody really is interested in the cards,
Hmm.
but I enjoy it, and it's just fun. And it's like so the packs, a booster pack is like $5. So, once in a while you stop by Target if they have some Pokemon cards, you just buy it, and it's just kind of fun. And I mean, it is gambling, so yes.
You know, it's a little alarming that one of the features of this hobby is that you become more attractive to kids. Like, that's no good.
Well, again, I mean, I'm not a pedophile, but I
Yeah.
also don't like I go to a church where it's like, the that's where you want to be, I guess, if you're a bad guy.
Hmm.
But like I showed my Pokemon cards to some of like the children's ministry kids. That's just we're a small church, but some of them, most of them didn't care. And this one little like boy, he just
Hmm.
pulled. He's like touching them, pulling them out, and yeah, I decided to never show them my cards again because there are
Wow.
kids like that, like little. I don't want to say anything because in case this gets out. But he was just like pulling the cards out and like, look, I'm gonna pull it out and like bend it, and I'm like, okay, okay,
Oh, one of those. Yeah. Dude,
yeah.
speaking of church, do you know who Sean Ryan is?
No, I don't know anybody.
He's a podcaster. He's like kind of famous. He's like a used to be like a Navy SEAL guy. So he runs a podcast. Pretty interesting stuff. But he exposed this Christian camp that has been abusing thousands of kids for like years apparently, and he's like getting sued by them for defamation.
What? How's that possible?
What?
Like
Which
how?
part?
So the is this the same kids being sent there over and over again, and the parents are making them go? Like how? Or it's just new kids every
The
year?
probably new kids, but apparently like the really messed up thing they kept doing is whenever they would get found out, they would just settle, and as part of the settlement, they would make the victim sign a NDA so they can't talk about it. So,
Wait, what the
it,
heck?
yeah.
No, how are they not found out sooner? Like how? And then is it the same people doing the bad stuff, or is it like different people? I don't get it.
You should look. I'm not sure. I just saw Sean Ryan posted a video saying he's getting sued by these people and he's not going to back down because this is too important. So he's going to fight it. But it's called Kanakuk Camps. Kanakuk? Kanakuk. Yeah. Well, don't sue us. There's allegedly. We're, we're not making any claims. Anyways, isn't that interesting? How the NDA, like it's such a slipper. It's not a slippery slope, but it it's a cycle of enabling abuse. This whole settlement thing. Like I don't think. I think they need to make a law where you can't, like NDAs aren't enforceable. Any thoughts on it? Did I lose you? Where are you? Hello.
What? Okay, just wait a second. Oh my gosh.
Are you looking it up?
I'm looking at this guy's podcast show. Like, why is he famous?
I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
why is any podcaster famous?
No, but okay, so how come he's exposing them and how come they haven't been found out earlier before? But you know what?
So
Yeah,
I no,
yeah.
I think people knew about it. It just wasn't like widely known. But now it's on a big platform like this guy's podcast.
Hmm.
Now, yeah. So I mean, because the fact that they had to have settlements and get people to sign NDAs and stuff means that people found out along the way. But I think this guy just heard it and he was so appalled by it that he blasted them on his podcast. Good for him.
Well,
It's just good for him.
what if he's wrong?
Well, he, it's impossible to be wrong because literally there have been settlements. I think it's like I don't think it's up for debate.
Oh,
It's one of those things where because of the paper trail, because of what the camp did in response to victims, I don't think it's like a allegation. I think it's
like he has like it's been verified. He has real proof. His
well, I think
podcast episodes are really long, 3, 4, 5 hours. That's
yeah, that's
crazy.
what yeah, dude, our podcast is the weird thing. Like they're an hour long. What a short podcast.
I don't
Um,
know. I don't listen to podcasts.
yeah. Well, like the Joe Rogan podcast is very long. I mean, I guess you're right. Most podcasts are like an hour to 2 hours.
Like yeah, like
Something like between that.
how do you make it, but also how do you listen to it? Like who has 3, 4, 5 hours to listen to a podcast?
Well, I mean, you don't have to listen to it all in one sitting.
But is
You
it the
can
same
listen to.
topic or many topics? Like I can't
No,
imagine planning a 5 hour podcast.
no,
Crazy.
it's I think probably many topics. Honestly, if we didn't have the 1 hour limit and we just said let's just go as long as we can go, I feel like we could do like 3 hours. I think it's possible.
Maybe an hour and a half. Three
No,
hours?
no, like
I don't think so.
no, no, no. If this was our full time job,
Oh,
and we
full
just like
time
got in the,
job.
yeah, we got up in the morning, we had a lot of energy, and we prepared a bunch of stuff we wanted to talk about. Yeah, we could easily go 3, 4, maybe even 4 hours just talking about stuff and debating and
Maybe.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, so current events is covered. Did you find any comments?
What that you
That was the current events for today.
No, 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 no. You're
What you mean?
don't try to change things.
Okay.
Hold on. Look, real quick. It's gonna be real quick. It's really quick.
Okay, go. Do
That
it. Go.
I can't wait. I have to find the chat.
Comments. Guys, if you want us to read your comment on the air and respond and potentially make fun of you, leave some comments on YouTube or Instagram. Is that a is that an incentive or are we repelling people from leaving us comments?
I
I don't know.
I don't know. Number one, renewed Ukraine Russia peace talks amid continued war. Second round of peace negotiations between Ukraine and Russia has begun in Abu Dhabi with U.S. mediation, even after major Russian drone and missile attacks on Ukraine cities targeting energy infrastructure in freezing winter conditions. Wow. Wow. Talks are seen as the best current opportunity for de escalation in Europe's largest conflict since 2022, but key issues, territorial control, and security guarantees remain deeply unresolved. The situation is part of broader tensions, including concerns about the upcoming expiration of the New START nuclear arms reduction treaty, raising fears of a renewed nuclear arms race. Wow, that sounds really serious.
Cool.
There's climate damage driven floods in southern Africa. Oh, wow.
Wow. Did you see the drop of the Epstein files?
I mean, I heard about it, but was there
Dude,
anything good?
this is wild. Wait, what do you mean? There's nothing good in there.
Oh, why is that wild?
It's wild because some of the stuff that came up. Like apparently, Stephen
Yeah.
Hawkins, the genius guy in the
Mm-hmm.
wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
He was apparently a big old pedophile this whole time.
What?
Yeah, apparently he went. So, anyone interested, you can go to a website called jmail.world, and somebody set up like all the releases of the email correspondences. I think somebody set it up and into kind of what looks like a Gmail account of Jeffrey Epstein. So you can like search people, search videos, like search through all the emails and stuff like that, and you can read through all of it. Yeah, but apparently Elon Musk tried really hard to get on the um, island, but Jeffrey Epstein was like, "Nah, you're a loser," and like that didn't let him come.
Wait, is that
Um,
real? Are you being for real?
yeah, no, you haven't seen any of this?
I mean, I saw that, but honestly, I can't tell what's real and not real anymore. I'm not out there looking for stuff like this. It
No, this
doesn't.
like do you not listen to like any? See, this is why I think you're such a big fan of the current events section or segment, and I'm not because if you're intaking current events around you, then the current events that ChatGPT has been spitting out just doesn't feel
Like, who do
that.
you listen to?
there. Oh, do you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, on Android there is like this news section you can listen to when you're on your Android CarPlay, Android Auto,
Hmm? Oh,
and
so you listen
it's
to just news?
sometimes, or there's like independent news shows on YouTube that you can. My favorites are Breaking Points, and sometimes I listen to Rising. Yeah, there's just it's just kind of all over the place. No, maybe your algorithm is different than mine. What do you usually see on your social media and stuff?
Mm, I can look at it right now. Like I'm mostly on Instagram. Whoa.
Hmm. But
Okay.
oh, did you see the thing about Bill Gates?
This feels just like current events. Okay.
Yeah,
What's going on with Bill Gates?
he apparently got like an STD from some sort of prostitute on the island, or somehow related to Jeffrey Epstein. But and he asked for antibiotics from Jeffrey Epstein so that he can like secretly drug his wife Melinda with the antibiotics so she doesn't catch the STD or something like that. Isn't that crazy? Dude, Bill Gates
What?
is yeah. Bill Gates was apparently a frequent visitor of the island.
Wait, so what's gonna happen to all these people? Are they getting arrested?
Probably not.
Probably not. So no one's gonna get in trouble for any of this because everybody did it.
No, I don't know. I don't. I haven't heard about anyone prosecuting anyone. But this massive dump happened last Friday, so it hasn't been that long since all of this was dumped. So maybe there are prosecutors out there building up their case, but who knows? Who knows, right? These rich people get away with everything.
Dang, that's crazy. Like no one's gonna care about this. Wow, this is just gonna get like
Yeah,
it's yeah.
I think a lot of people care about it. People are talking about it.
But are things gonna happen because of it? Who cares if people talk about it?
Well, I think the more you talk about it, the more likely an action is going to happen.
I don't. I mean, like for example, you and me talking about it. What's gonna happen? Nothing's gonna happen if we talk about it.
Yeah, no, no, dude, what? What do you mean? Of
What do
course,
you mean?
awareness is what motivates people.
But the right people have to get
Like,
aware, and those people have to be willing to like put in the time and the money to do something about it against Bill Gates. Oh my gosh.
see, no, you and this vibe you're giving off right now, this is the reason why the world doesn't change. No, you gotta
What? No, I
believe and you gotta do
believe in
things. Well,
what? No, I okay, sure. I no, I don't really believe the world can change. I actually think no one's gonna care. And yeah,
dang.
yeah, just this is it. This is the world we live in.
Hmm.
I mean, like people are getting murdered in the streets nowadays.
Well, that's always
Crazy.
been the case.
I mean, yeah, sure, but not from government officials. That feels different.
Oh,
Well,
you
okay.
know,
Uh, I guess that's been
um,
happening too. But anyway, I don't know
you know, you know how I know you're racist?
why.
Because you're outraged because it's now white people getting gunned down.
No, well, I was always outraged at police officers shooting, anybody.
Mm.
But I'm sure there is some accountability. Like people are shooting people in the street nowadays. Are they being held accountable? I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it.
Now, I was watching a segment on Brilliant Idiots. Do you know that show?
I've never even
Charlemagne and
heard of it.
Andrew
I've never
Schultz.
even heard of it.
Oh, well, the well, Charlemagne's black and Andrew Schultz is white, and they were talking about it. I think it's something along the lines of the white guy was like, "Oh, like this is outrageous that this is happening," and the Charlemagne's like, "Well, it's been happening. You just care about it now because they're white people." And I chuckled because I feel like it's kind of true, right? People don't get like massively outraged in this kind of way until it's happening to white people.
No, I don't think so. I think that's just straight up racism.
What's
Well,
racism?
no, listen. Maybe no. Okay, so there, I'm sure there are like there is a lot of truth to what he's saying. I'm sure there are people who don't care if like minorities are being shot by police officers. And I'm sure it's a very common occurrence. And there's a lot of people who say stuff like, "Oh, well, stop resisting. Just show them your ID. Who cares?" Like, anyway. But I also think it's a little, it's well, I don't have enough information, but I also think that's like I know who you're talking about. That guy, I think he's too far in the other direction of
Hmm.
everything's racist. Like there
Hmm.
are people, there's people who saying there's like almost no racism, and then there's people like him. I think he's too far in the other direction. Like, oh, everything's racist. I don't think that's true
Hmm.
either.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, I acknowledge both sides, but it's probably somewhere closer to the middle. And yeah, some people like him, like yeah, he everything is racism. Everything.
Yeah. All right.
What?
So you want to debate some church stuff?
What were we talking about at the end of the last podcast?
You wanted to debate church stuff.
Did you pass the? Well, sure, but we like I remember you cut me off, and I don't remember why. I don't remember what we were talking about.
Yeah,
Uh,
we're talking about illegal immigrants.
I don't feel the same. Well, no, I have interest, but uh, the survey that I sent you, did you send it to anybody?
No. Oh, was I
Wow,
supposed to?
are you joking? Are you joking? Yeah, I told you to drop it in a group chat.
Oh no! You said you need to drop it in the group chat. Something like that. It wasn't
What?
like a request. You said, "Wait, no, hold on. I'm gonna read it out."
You have
You
to drop
said,
it in the group chat so randomly people will do it. Okay, I think to be fair, you have to drop it in a group chat. So you didn't ask anybody?
"No."
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
also to be fair, you sent it to me like 4 hours ago.
Okay, and I did it. You know how many responses I got by myself? Six. I
How
just dropped
many?
it into one group chat.
Oh, okay. What did they say?
I think the survey is flawed.
Tell me
I
what did they
no, I
say?
I don't I don't I don't think that matters. The results, no,
Wow.
the results
No,
are
that's
too skewed. No, okay, listen. What we should have done instead is
no. Wait, hold on. You
what?
can't. You have to reveal the results of the
No,
survey.
I will, but
Uh huh.
anyway, the reason for this survey is because a few weeks ago we talked about do people go watch movies because of the director or because of the actor? Like what draws people's attention more?
Hmm.
And I created a survey. It was two questions. Basically, it was just one question. The one question was what makes you most want to go watch a movie in theaters? That was my question. And the
Hmm.
answers were, and you had to select only one answer. It was a book. It was part of a series. Actor I like, director I like, and the story seems interesting. So those were the five possible answers. But our debate was actor versus director.
Hmm.
Like what appeals to people more? Like what makes them want to go watch a movie? A director or an actor? And I said an actor because most people, I mean, no actors. Very few people. I think they're like, oh, that's my favorite director, and I gotta go watch the next movie that he's gonna make or he or she's gonna make.
Hmm.
So the six responses, 66% was a book first. No, wait, just kidding. Story seems interesting. So 2/3, what is that? So four out of the six people
Hmm.
said the story seems interesting and that's why they want to go watch a movie in theaters. And then the
Hmm.
next two were both 16. So I guess one and one. One
Hmm.
person said director I like, the other person
Hmm.
said part of a series.
Oh,
But that doesn't
so
prove
nobody said actor.
okay. But the second question was like other thoughts. One person said no. The other person said if it is part of a series that was good, I do watch them as well. So series was also voted for technically. In the middle, the second person, uh, uh, part of a series I like, actor or director that I like. Otherwise, I would just watch it at home. But I most often go see movies when my friends are interested in seeing something. I just go for the experience, even if I. So this person likes to go with their friends. That's their one reason for watching a movie or act. So actor. Anyway, we should have made the. So I can't. Well, I guess I could put it in a different group chat. I put it in the like the most casual group chat I have, and I got six responses. But it should have been, what is more interesting to you to watch a movie, the actor that's in it or the director directing it? That should have been the
Mm,
question, because
mm-hmm.
now we have no idea.
Yeah. But
So
we do know
what?
that nobody chose actor. One person chose director. So I guess I'm winning this debate
No, listen,
for
that
sure.
doesn't make any sense because
What do you
the
mean?
people, no, the people who voted for story seems interesting. Their second choice could have been actor. Like
No.
it's about what's more important. For one person, the director was the most important thing. For
Mm-hmm.
one person,
Hey, you want to
that
know something funny?
no, okay,
You know what? Okay, fine. I won't tell you that. Whatever.
I don't need to know. I feel like
Okay.
it would hurt my feelings or be against me. But
Uh-huh.
okay, what was funny?
I'm the one who filled out the one that said director.
Wow. So nobody, see,
Oh.
nobody,
Yeah, nobody
nobody.
chose either of ours. So
No,
it's
but most
it's up to
people
the debate.
picked story
You know
seems
what? I'm gonna
interesting.
I'm gonna text a couple people right now. I'm just gonna say, hey, what draws you more to a movie, director or actor?
Well, wait, just change the survey. Anyway,
I mean, this I feel like it's the same thing.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, all right. How many people are you text?
A few.
A few. But okay, see, like they can't be too close. Like the closer they are in your like better they are your friends, then you probably share, more commonality with those folks. It has to be someone you see regularly, but I'm like I don't want to be mean, but someone you don't really aren't that close friends with. So
Hmm.
whoever you text and they hear this podcast, they'll know that you
Dang.
don't think they're that close with
Hey,
them.
that's messed up. That's messed up.
So whoever you're texting right now, you're not that close to them. It's not a big deal.
Huh. Well, we'll see. We'll see if you get any responses. But no, you want to keep talking about illegal immigrants?
I feel like I said everything. I think they're not that big
Okay.
of a problem, but I mean,
Well, you know what though? I think both of us agree that we can't have no rules, right?
sure.
Yeah. That's
Oh, okay,
that's
okay,
really
sure. No, okay, but
Mhm.
to deport 14 million people, it's gonna be very expensive, and you have to like you can't like say they're from Mexico, you can't just like fill them up in a bus and drop them off some random place in Mexico. Like the Mexican government, they have to agree to bring all these people back in.
No, that I disagree with.
That you disagree with? Which
Yeah.
part?
If they came from Mexico, then they go back to Mexico, right?
No, but the like to deport the government has to agree to take them. You just gonna drop them off at the
No,
border
no,
and be like, "Good
that's no,
luck."
that doesn't make any sense.
Huh?
Like the government saying that they must take them back. No, that's because then that goes back to like you're incentivizing the wrong things, right? Like
What are we talking about?
if if you're saying that are you saying it's morally wrong or like it's practically not practical?
No,
Or are you
it's
saying
not.
it's
It's
impractical?
impractical because like
Uh-huh.
let's say 14 million people are here. How many? What percentage? Let's just talk about Mexicans. Like
Okay.
millions, right? Millions of Mexicans are here.
Uh-huh.
Like to part of the deportation process. It's not like, oh, okay, this person we're going to deport. They don't just drop them off at the border of Mexico and say good luck. The government receives them back in. What do you think?
Okay.
How do you think deportation works? Do you think they just drop them off at the border and say good luck?
No,
Put them on a plane and send them to
what
the airport?
yeah, we give them money for a plane ticket. They fly back.
Is that what you think it is, or actually what it is?
No, that's what it is. If people who self-deport, they report and say I'm here illegally, they're given up I think a credit of up to like $1,000 or something or 2,000.
Oh, well, they
And then they
self-deport, but what about when the government? So our process, if somebody
Mhm.
gets caught, right, they have
Uh-huh.
to be put in front of judges. Like it does. It's not like, oh yeah, you're illegal. We'll send you back tomorrow.
Mhm.
There's appeals processes.
Mhm.
Anyway, it takes a long time. Like a lot of government officials and judges have to review the case and look at this person. And once it's finalized, it's not, oh, just get on this plane and go back to Mexico. They have to communicate with the Mexican government. Is my understanding of it.
Mhm. Mhm.
So the government can be like, no, we're not going to pay for that. We don't want that. No, no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Like,
so that's my point. Like Like, sure, in terms of what we do with 14 million people, yeah, there's a lot to do. And I think even the whole process of going through judges and all of that, like, yeah, that's all good. But we it should be as simple as saying, all right, you came from this country, so now you have to go back to this country. Like that's the part that I'm is that what you're saying is not good?
No, I'm saying like what is going on? Like our government talks to the Mexican government and says these are the
Uh-huh.
people we're trying to send back to you. And the Mexican
Uh-huh.
government be like, "No, thanks."
Oh, so you're saying that it's not possible because the Mexican government will say no.
No, I think they have to agree. It's like a government to government sort of communication where you're deporting people. It's not just, "Oh, we're deporting you, get on this plane, go back to Mexico, good luck." I don't think that's how deportation works.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, yeah, it should be. I think it should be as simple as that, right?
Like embassy? I don't know what the embassy I don't really know what the embassy is,
Like
but
like if I'm thinking so for me, right? Let's say I really want to live in like Switzerland. So without a visa, without any approval, I just cross the border somewhere and I go in. And then they say, "Oh, what the? You're not here legally." Well, at that point, what should happen to me?
well, you get detained and go to jail.
Uh-huh. And then
And then so America and then they'll arrange with America to receive you back.
okay. And then I go back, right?
Yeah, if America lets you, wants you to come back.
Okay.
Hold on. Mexican citizens,
That.
yes,
Uh-huh.
Mexico is obligated under international law to accept its own nationals.
Hmm. That makes sense to me.
So the US has to receive you back.
I would think if I'm a citizen of the US, yes.
Hold on.
Well, literally all I'm saying is like we're at 14 million illegal immigrants. Sure, it's going to take time and there are many things to consider, but if we project to the world that once you come here, it's going to be very difficult for us to send you back and you'll likely be able to stay here, then that's effectively having open borders, in my opinion. Right? Like even let's forget the illegal immigrants here now. You know, if someone says let's turn them all into citizens and give them all rights, fine, that's fine, sure. But the concern is what people moving forward will do. Because if we don't do anything and whoever comes here gets to just live here forever, then those are open borders, and I think that's dangerous. Because not everyone is benevolent and of good intent. There are bound to be bad actors who try to come in to infiltrate and to, you know, do bad things. So I think that's a fairly straightforward, moderate point, right?
I mean, yeah, don't let bad people in our country. Sure, I agree. But like, how then? What's the system that we can put in place to do what you're saying? And how
The
like
legal process, like we assign visas, we interview people, we we get to decide who comes in and who doesn't.
but I mean it disproportionately benefits wealthier people.
Yeah, that's literally the process of every other country in the
Well,
world.
what about people who are fleeing dangerous places?
Yeah, and there are processes for that, right? Asylum status, refugee status.
Well, our current system, I think it doesn't work because I don't know if it's a quota, but like not a lot of people are allowed to get it, and there's a long waiting period.
Yeah,
And then you can
but that's true. But America is not the only available country in the world to go to seek asylum or
no, sure, they can
to
go other
become a
places, but
refugee.
what about
Yeah.
the people who are coming here? Like, what do we do with those people? Just say, oh, try somewhere
Okay,
else.
so then it's back to the question of do we want open borders or not? Because if we accept everybody, again, that's effectively an open border. Anyone can say I'm fleeing from anything. So there has to be a limit. Like inherently, if by definition, if we don't have open borders, then there's a limit to who can come and possibly a limit to how many people can come.
Well, I mean, I think we need to change up like our current policies because they're really old and outdated. But specifically, like okay, so the misconception with asylum seeking, you would think, right? Oh, I just fled a war-torn country. It's really difficult from where I am, and I'm afraid to go back. Can I come to America? Do you think, oh yeah, sure. But like you said, well, okay, so the issue is our laws, they do make you like prove it. You have to prove it. And it has to be a very specific circumstances. It's not like, oh, my life was bad and I want to come here. That's not for asylum seeking, that's not the correct way to do it because it's for very serious conditions. But one, it takes a long time because there's so many people and not enough like judges and officials to make the process really quickly and smooth. But say an asylum seeker, they get here, they usually won't bring documents, right? Documents and proof of their like situations from their previous country. And plus, when they're here, it takes them years sometimes to get in front of a judge, and then eyewitnesses will disappear in years and then documentation is hard to maintain, and then these people are just stuck here with no status, and they're expected to just live, like go and live.
Mm-hmm. So then, are you advocating for open borders?
I mean, no, of course not. But I'm just saying the system now, like, it's not. It's like, oh, there are avenues for
Well,
people to get here.
yeah.
No, almost
No,
no.
no, no, no. But so this is again, there has to be a limit. So there has to be some verification process that happens, right?
Yeah, but like again, it's not. So yes, there should be a verification process, but the one we have now, it's for very specific, serious conditions, and you have to be able to prove it. Like that's really hard to do, and it's not very, compassionate towards those people who are fleeing. It's like, yeah, you're fleeing a bad thing. You got to prove it, or you can't come in, or you're gonna just stay illegal the whole, like forever. And if that a government back there, like they don't want to accept these people back, then what? They're just stuck here with no status, and they just have to live like that for the rest of their lives, sort of in limbo.
Yeah, but again, so what is the solution to that? Like
Oh,
it sounds like the only real solution to that is open borders. Like if people are
okay. So your
uh,
concern is that bad people come here and do bad things. Like
no, no,
if
it's
you're,
that
uh
no,
huh.
that's not the only concern. Like the like t- fundamentally, what is the reason why we have closed borders? Like why do countries not just let people come in and set up shop, whenever they want or wherever they want?
I, I I
Like
don't
there's
know.
a
I mean,
reason
uh huh,
for that, right?
uh huh.
Oh, yeah.
Like sure, I'm sure there are reasons. I don't what I don't really like genuinely practically. I don't really know. Like
It,
keeping people
well,
out that want to come in.
sure. Like, well, there are influences that can be had, right? Like, let's say China, for example. If
Oh,
America,
spies.
yeah, like if America had open borders, China can just say, "Oh, we have billions of people. Let's just send 1 billion people to America," and they'll overnight become the majority.
No, see, I'm not saying people can just show up and overnight become citizens or anything like that, but like I don't really understand the fear of like how is that really a feasible thing? Like a spy will come over as an illegal immigrant and just stay to do what exactly?
Wait, like spies, you believe that spies exist, right?
Yeah, but
Like
not
people
not
infiltrate societies.
sure, but I assume they get here the most legal way with
Sure.
government help and money. Like I don't think it's these people who are, you know. like hopping over a border.
No, no, no. I'm saying like let's go back to why like so even I'm not really clear on it either. Okay, but let's ask the question because we're both saying that we shouldn't have open borders, right? Like,
Sure,
are we or
yeah.
are you saying that or so you're not saying that,
No,
right?
yeah, because
Yeah. So
that
why?
wouldn't make any sense. Why not have open borders?
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm for the obvious reasons, I guess.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
if
Yeah.
if that's the case, then we have to do some sort of vetting and some sort of limitations on who can come in and
No, yeah, I
like or
agree
not,
with the
right?
vetting and the limitations, but our current system, none of it works. Like for
No, but
you say there are, uh-huh.
I don't understand what metric you're using to say none of it works.
For the
Like in
people
your
who are,
mind,
uh-huh.
is there a certain amount of people that must be able allowed to come into the U.S.?
Like so people who are struggling in poverty somewhere else coming here to like just live and work, I don't
Mm-hmm.
see any downside why they can't have some sort of legal status to just come here and live. Like
So
what's
there,
the downside? Because of
so
spies?
no, but there are avenues in which to do that, right? Like my parents are immigrants, and that
But they
they
weren't in poverty.
sure. My parents weren't, but a lot of Korean Americans when they came in the
And also that
80s.
was a hey, I don't think we can compare it to the 80s. It's a totally different time. Like
No, but
yeah.
sure, sure. But what I'm saying is, yeah, like there are avenues of doing. I mean, no, there's still immigration happening now. There are people coming in. It's
I
just a
want some
different time,
examples of
but
people you know right now who are coming from poverty into this country
no, but okay.
with legal status.
Well, so this is the question I keep asking. Like,
Hmm.
what is the moral obligation of the U.S.? Like, is there a certain number of people that we must bring in from from poverty, or like what is this like? Because it feels like you're saying that like
No, but
it's a need, it's a necessity.
what's the downside? Like I don't understand the downside of like
No, if
uh-huh.
no,
Even what's
because
happening right now.
you're saying that it's too difficult for people in poverty to get into the U.S., right? And you're framing it like
Legally? Yeah.
these,
Yeah.
yeah, and you're framing it like these people must be allowed to come in. So I'm just trying to get a sense of like by how much is there anybody like what is the level of poverty you must be coming from?
Done.
What is the
Well, that's
amount
hard to
of
measure.
people that
Wait, how many illegal immigrants come to America every year?
because no, I think the sentiment is great, right? Like we want to help people who are struggling and be compassionate. I think that's great. But practically speaking, what does that look like?
Well, so I don't know what it looks like right now to say what does it look like. Well, so right now, practically speaking, like for example, if you're here illegally for more than 6 months or a year, you have to leave this
Mm-hmm.
country and come back like 3 to 10. I think if it's 6 months, it's 3 years. You have to leave and come back. What's it called? 3 years later to apply to come back legally. Or if you've been here for more than a year, you have to leave this country for 10 years and then come back and apply legally. That I think is
Mm-hmm.
stupid. Like you're so most people who are here illegally, who are, I mean, like whether they've been like kids who grew up here. Okay, the point is, most people who are here illegally or probably have been here illegally more than a year, and all those people for them to have a legal way back into the to America, they have to leave for 10 years and then come back. So there's
Mm-hmm.
no way for them to get legal status if they're here.
Yeah. So again, then what do we, are we? What are we? What is the solution?
Solution? Let them
Uh,
get some kind of status where they can like have some legal rights,
uh,
where they can get a job legally, pay taxes. I mean, we can't kick out 14 million people, and there's no way for them to become like have any legal status. So for
so
the
then,
people who are already here, yeah, give them status, some kind of status, so
so
that
then,
they can live.
if somebody who's in Mexico right now or any other country who wants to live in the U.S. but is not able to do so in the legal avenue, then they should just come here and hide from the authorities for a year and then say, "Well, I've been here for a year. You should just give me status." Isn't that what would happen? Like, because some of these rules
No, but they're
would
not gonna get
incentivize.
status right away. Like you're talking about, like, oh, these people are gonna no. So we need
No,
more
I know,
official.
sure,
Yeah.
but
Uh huh.
what I'm saying is they'll come here and then they'll remain illegal for however long the threshold is, and then once they hit that threshold, they'll say, "Okay, I've been here for this long. Now give me status." Right?
No, no, just because you've been here over a year doesn't mean you instantly get status. Your status too, it's like a
Mm-hmm.
probationary thing. Look, so I don't know. I don't know what happens now, and I don't know what the answer is. But you would have to be a good citizen for many, many years before getting a green card or, U.S. citizenship. But they should have some kind of status where they can legally live and work here if they're already here. They've been here for a long time, and people from somewhere far away want to come now. I don't know, a million people a year. I'm okay. So I don't know what it would look like if we allowed a million people a year to come into
Mm-hmm.
this country to get. Now, this is like I'm. I don't know if it's like racism or bad policy to have like a lower status of citizen here. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I'm sure it's but like some kind of classification. If you came here, if you come here, you want to come to this country, you can have some sort of that kind of status, and you'd have to do that for I don't know 5, 10 years. There should be something like that for people who can't afford to come here, through the normal channels that we have right now.
Okay, so you're again for people who don't have the legal ability to come here, they can still come here by coming here illegally and doing all the things that you said, right? Like be a good citizen for however many years, and then that's an avenue to just continue living here, right? Isn't that in effect an open border?
The people who are no, the people who are outside the country now, if okay, give me a second. So the people here right now, yes, there should be a process for them to have some kind of status. Because
Mm-hmm.
kicking them out, deporting these people, it's gonna cost millions, billions of dollars in our taxes just to send them back to their countries. And some places, the government, like Mexico, for example, I think that makes sense. It's really easy, and the government will probably take them back. But like, if they're far away or like from a smaller country, where the government's kind of shaky, I think it's almost impossible for us, like serious asylum seekers, to for our government to arrange it with their government to be for them to be sent back. But the people who are here right now, yeah, like, instead of just hiding and working, it's okay. You're here. You've been here. Here's some sort of legal status for you to legally live and work here, so you're not, always afraid of going to prison. And another thing too, like, ICE detention centers, those are private companies. Like, it's just we're paying for these people to be here to be detained. Huh? We're paying
Mm-hmm.
billions of dollars a year with our tax money for them to just run these facilities where people are being detained. And it costs money to detain them, it costs money to deport them. So if you're here already, yeah, I would like them to get some kind of status to legally live and work. And then
Okay.
if they can prove it for I don't know several years, 5 to 7 to 8 to 10 years, whatever, you can prove every year, and like it's like a probation officer. You talk to somebody every year, tell them where you're working, what you're doing. Like there will be some sort of like a system of checking on these people for years and years and years, and then okay, we'll give you some sort of more permanent status to be here. So if you're outside the country now, you will have to like apply for the same kind of thing, and we
So
need more uh,
what happens to people who cross the border now?
illegally.
Uh huh.
Well, we want to like discourage that by having more opportunities for people to come cross over legally, much easier.
No, sure, but then there's
Mm.
bound to if we have some sort of criteria, there's bound to be people who don't meet the criteria and can't come in here legally, right? But if they really want to come, couldn't they just come here illegally and just stay until the
So,
things that you just said happen to them?
So let's say like we need some numbers because I don't know. Like right now, I don't think 100,000 people are coming into our country illegally every year. That seems like crazy. What's a number that you feel comfortable just sort of estimating of how
Well,
many
let's
people
let's
come
look
here
it up.
illegally? Look it up.
Did you look
I
it up?
no, I asked
Oh,
ChatGPT, what was the question I asked? How many illegal immigrants come to America every year? Figures are not exact. A lot. So most people who do come here illegally cross the border or overstay visas. And then, there are like many different income levels of people who come here illegally. Like there
no,
are people who have nothing and they're
but aside from all of that, really the question I'm trying to address is all of the solutions you're saying. I feel, in effect, creates just open borders.
So again, what's the problem with people whoever want to come here just come in here? Yeah.
So you're okay with open borders, is what you're
No,
saying.
but they're not. It's not open. They're being processed by our government. What do you mean open? It's not like, oh,
No,
we're not going to
no,
check on
no,
you. We don't care
no,
who
no,
you are. Just come in.
no. Because no, what you're saying is people who are here legally should be given status eventually through certain processes, right?
Well, so the people here right now, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Uh-huh.
unless so, then the people who come here now, do they not qualify for that status thing eventually,
Yeah,
or
but sure, but there would be a different, not like, so they would end up in the same pool, like the same process that people who are here right now are going through, but they would get, instead of just like, we don't know who you are coming into this country, like you have to get identified and we have to, like, we'll have records for who you are,
so
and then you can
that's an
also start the same process. But there'll be a
is
cap to it. It's not unlimited cap. That's the next thing I want to talk about. Like,
so
see, I,
then how do
mhm.
you choose who fits within the cap and who doesn't?
The qualifications would be very low. I don't know. I don't know, right? But the first 10,000 people.
So there's a limit then, right? So some people shouldn't be given status.
But no, again, like I don't know, like if there's 100,000 people coming into this country every year illegally, that number makes me uncomfortable. I mean, like if they're coming here illegally, then some process is better than no process, right? Right now we have no process for these people, but um, uh, so we're encouraging people to come here legally, and the reason why people don't do that now is because it's almost impossible for most people to come here legally. So we have to have some sort of process for these people, and it discourages like people. Okay, let's say 10,000
Okay,
people come
so
here
so
illegally.
that
Okay,
honestly, with even with that, right? What is the obligation that the U.S. has in terms of receiving immigrants? Like, is
I don't know,
there
just being what?
because you
What's
keep
the
saying that
obligation?
because you keep saying that super difficult to come in here and people who should be here aren't being let in, right?
Mhm.
So I'm trying to figure out. Well, okay,
No,
then
but
what does
what's the
that look like?
downside? Like, why you say like it's an obligation? What's the
No,
downside
I'm not
of?
saying there.
Uh,
No,
yeah.
because by definition, closed borders, a non-open border, means that not everyone gets to come in, right? So for all the obvious reasons that you said of why we shouldn't have just random, like just wide open borders, like that's the downside
No,
that
see,
you're
I don't
asking
really
about.
understand those two terms because closed means nobody gets in and open means everybody gets in.
No,
I'm
no, no.
not
Like
advocating for either one of
open
those.
means everyone gets in. Open means everyone gets in, and what you're talking about gives a path for anybody who wants to come to be able to come and then be protected by status,
So, okay, let's
right?
say 10,000 people want to come to this country every year, right? What's the downside of letting those people in through a government process? Because either way, they're going to come here, right? What's the
Not
downside of
either
people
way.
trying to come here legally? Huh? People
Not
come
either
here
way, right?
anyway. I don't
So
get
that's
it.
the point. If not if we don't let
So who
them.
does this really affect if we let 10,000 people every, let's say, okay, so we need some numbers to argue about. 10,000 people are come here illegally every year. All right?
Mhm,
I think
mhm.
that's fair. What's the downside of letting those people come into the country with some sort of process?
With some sort of process is fine
Cuz they're
if
going
it's
to
a
come in
legal
anyway. Look, no,
process. Mhm.
uh, with some okay. Wait, okay, that's what I want. Some sort of
Yeah,
legal
that's what I
right now
want
there's
too.
almost
But
none.
no, there is. It's just that you're not satisfied with what the capacity is, right? You're not satisfied with the number of people that the process is allowing. But there is a process here.
Yeah, I don't like our process currently because it is extremely. It's not 10,000. But anyway, it's look. the process that's been put in place now has led to 14 million illegal undocumented people being here. How has that worked or been better so far?
It's because a lot of people want to come to the U.S. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah. So
doesn't
the
have.
system right now
Huh?
it doesn't work, and there
No.
and uh-huh.
So, but again. So it sounds like to me what you're saying is those 14 million people should be here and they should have the right to be here. And our process of vetting them and going through the legal process is not good enough, right?
Yeah.
So then my question
No, right
is,
now the 14 million people who are here, they have no process. They have like no way to become any sort of legal status here. Their only option is to leave. They
no,
don't have
you
an
know,
option to stay here.
no, that is not. So I actually know a couple of illegal immigrants, and there are
Mhm.
some who don't seek that they could easily try to seek a path to legalization. And this is very anecdotal, so I'm not saying this is everybody, but they told me that they don't want to find the legal route to becoming a citizen or like a resident, is because they're they like getting paid under the table and they don't want to have to deal with paying taxes and going through that whole thing. Like it's like it's almost simpler for them to be an
But how
illegal
do
immigrant.
they where do they live?
That you can get an apartment without proving you're a citizen. Like if you pay a certain amount deposit and you
Oh,
have pay
just in
stubs,
cash?
or you can get pay
So they're
stubs.
only you can get pay stubs when you're getting paid anyway,
Mhm.
but I don't think they have a way to like they can't there's no way, there's no avenue for them to get status. Like they
Sure,
can't
I
even
mean,
do it even if they don't want to do it.
there for some people that's true. I think for some people probably not true. It's
I
probably a
I
mixed
don't
bag, right?
no, okay, so I don't know, right? I'm not studying this stuff, but a person who's been here for more than 6 months has to leave this country for 3 years and then apply to come back in. If you've been here for
Mhm.
over a year, you have to be out of the country for 10 years for you to just apply to get back in.
Well, isn't
So
it make
it's
sense
not like,
that
oh,
doesn't it make sense that there's some penalty for committing a crime and being here illegally? Like
I don't. I'm so maybe like the word is correct. Like they are
Mhm.
criminals for breaking the law, but no,
Mhm.
I don't really view them the same as like a person who breaks the law intentionally. Like a person
It's
who
literally
yeah.
breaking the law though.
No,
The
that's what I'm
law
saying. That's what
is.
I'm saying. Like I know that's what it means, but no, I don't view them the same way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't like yeah, I don't know how to say it in the right words, but no, I don't think it's the
Because
same thing.
so I think the solution, like for me, right? The
Mhm.
solution has to be that, yes, like maybe the current process doesn't work. Maybe it's really inefficient, and there's ways to improve and all of that, right? But I don't think any country, any sovereign nation, is under any obligation to receive people from a different country. Like
I don't see
I mhm.
uh-huh. I don't even like I don't maybe in a moral way, I don't know, even morally, like ethically, but even as a Christian, I think yes, we have responsibility to take care of people who want to come here for a better life. I just think that's one of the tenets of our faith. Like taking care of the foreigner, like what we're doing is not it, not even close. And I mean, America's not technically a Christian nation, but a lot of people say it is. And if we're going to call ourselves Christians and Christian nation, yeah, I do think we have a responsibility to take care of people like that.
So then that means that we would have open borders, right? Because again, you were saying it's very difficult to prove, like with paperwork, whether or not you come from like extreme poverty or war torn situation or something like that. So we kind of have to take everyone's word for it. That means anyone can claim that and
Okay,
anyone can
okay.
come in.
ChatGPT says an open border is freely cross the border with little to no restriction. That's not what I'm saying at all.
But that's in effect what you're suggesting means. Like
I
you,
really don't think so because there's going to be years of a process that you have to go through. And then if you don't
yeah, but
do this
throughout
process
that whole
right, what?
year, throughout all those years, you're here. You've met your goal. of living in America. So
But
you've
with
walked in freely and you're going
no,
through this
okay, so then
process,
all
but
right, we're almost we okay, I think we're out of time.
hey, let's just go longer. Who
Go
cares?
longer.
Yeah.
Huh? I can.
Why?
It's
This is fun. We
this is
can go
fun.
3 hours long. Yeah.
No, okay, maybe like okay, like 10, 15 more minutes. But no, okay. What did you just say?
Like
Effective? No, it's not the same. Like they're completely right now. People are coming here and have no status.
mhm.
What did you just say? Anyway, and my thing is they'll have some like they're here anyway, but they're not legal. Like they don't have citizenship or permanent residence. Like my system, you're still like a lower class of citizen for many years. And there will be like I mean there are benefits to being oh like even a green card, right? A person who gets a green card,
Mhm.
there are harsher punishments for you because you're not a citizen. The same thing will be applied to those people who apply for, you know, the new
Well,
thing that I'm suggesting.
the definition of an open border doesn't have anything to do with your quality of life. It just means someone can freely enter a country and stay as long as they want, right? That isn't that what the definition that you read out was?
It's not about the quality of life. It's just them getting to be here
Yeah.
to live. Look, as so I think well, no, I know for sure people who don't have status here, their lives are much harder like than citizens, right? And then if you come here with that lower status, your life will be hard for many years. It's not an easy thing.
I know, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what is an open border or not.
People who are freely coming without any sort of restriction.
Yes.
No, there's going to be tons of regulation and restriction, and you have to go through this long, like years of process to get
Within the
permanent
country.
status here.
Within the country, right?
But
Or do you have
okay,
to do that waiting outside of the country?
no, but I don't really even get that point. Like, yeah, they'll be in this country working, living and working, like,
Uh-huh.
but they'll have a much harder time here for many years.
Uh-huh. So
Yeah, I don't,
that is in effect an open border, is it not?
I don't, I don't, I don't think so. Like, I don't know what you
anyone
mean
who
by an
can
open border. To
anyone who
come and
wants
live
to
here?
come, yeah, anyone who wants to come and live here, regardless of quality of life, can do so without any restriction. Isn't that what you're advocating for
No,
in
they
kind of
have
what you
tons of
laid out?
restriction. They're going to be like lower class citizens for
No,
many
no,
years.
like restriction from coming into the country.
Well, there's a process. Like I don't know what the like you're not gonna come to America be like I'm here and I'm applying. You have to apply, get approved, go through judges, like background check, some kind of background check, and then I don't know, many weeks, months later, then you can actually go into the country to work, live and work. And once you do that, I don't even like yeah.
Yeah, I
What are
think
they
that's
gonna
great.
do?
That's great.
Uh-huh.
You
That's
should
great.
wait through the legal process and get your approvals and then come into the country. I think
Yeah.
that's very reasonable and fair. I
But
just
my
don't
legal
think.
process is much looser and it's much more like wide. It accepts many more people.
So again, what is that number then?
I don't know, 10,000 a year? I'm okay with 10,000 a
Yeah,
year.
ChatGPT actually said there were 2 million in 2022, and between 2022 and 2023 there were 2 million encounters in the borders in the south with
What
uh,
does that mean?
like illegal border
Oh, people,
crossings.
2 million people wanted to come
So
over?
no, I don't know if it's 2 million people, but there were 2 million instances of illegal crossing because some of those might be repeated, right? People who got sent back and then had like come over. So I don't know if this means people, but there were 2 million recorded apparently encounters at the border. But it fell down drastically in 2025 apparently, but it was still around 200,000.
200,000 in 2025?
Mm-hmm.
Encounters?
Mm-hmm. At the southwest border.
What does that mean? Southwest?
Yeah, south like in like the Mexican border, like where like California, New Mexico, Arizona, like all those places are probably.
What are border encounters? Official interactions between migrants and U.S. border authorities.
Yeah. So it's not even accounting for the ones where they weren't there and they just successfully snuck in. So it sounds like a lot. And again, I want to make my stance clear. I'm not saying that we need to dispel and remove every illegal immigrant, but I just think there needs to be a standard for and a process that it's adhered to for allowing people into the country. Not about whether or not they're here and then they can receive status or not. I mean, like from the point of entry. Because without that, I think it's in effect becomes open borders. And I think a lot of negative things could happen, right? One thing being, let's say you live in a small town. So you know what? Let me give you a positive example. So Springfield, Ohio, it was a. Remember when like the whole like Haitian cat eating like conspiracy came out a while back?
Mhm.
That happened because legal immigrants from Haiti were brought into that Springfield, Ohio, because that population was aging out and they needed more like people to maintain infrastructure and work, right? And so that worked out great. So like I think that's great. Like immigration should be used by the country wisely to benefit the country, right? And again, there should be some accommodation for people um, fleeing from poverty and war. Yeah, I think that's all of that is great. But I think there has to be a process that's properly adhered to. The negative thing that can happen if there's wide open borders is imagine like 50,000 people from one country moving into a small town. Like that can drastically impact the livelihood of the people in that small town. And I know that's an extreme example, but like it can change the culture, it can change like job markets, like it can change everything that you know like in that area. So the extreme end of the spectrum here of creating effectively open borders is definitely not the solution. I think the solution, and maybe what the policies and the laws and all of that right now that's in place, maybe it's not working. Sure, I can concede that, but then I think we have to talk about how to modify those, not just talk about it's like we got to just let anyone who wants to come stay and give them status. Yeah,
I just want to disagree, but I don't think we're talking about totally different things. I'm talking about a
yeah,
modification of our current systems. More people with less restrictions. That's what I'm saying. That's what the modification would be.
yeah. But it can't happen if people are circumventing the process and coming here illegally. That's all I'm saying.
Huh?
Like your process that you want to set up of like casting a wider net and allowing more people to come through, that can't happen if it's like people are continue to enter the country illegally in mass, right? So I
What?
agree. I huh?
Huh?
Why? Good.
Like the process I'm suggesting a
Uh-huh.
lot. So letting more people in, much easier. Uh, and people coming here illegally. I don't get really what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, if people continue to come in here illegally, it circumvents the process that you're talking about. So it nullifies your process, right? The easier
E
process of people being able to come in.
So people still coming in illegally, even like let's just say we let 100,000 people in every year. If
Mm.
people don't want to do that process, they'll come illegally still,
Yeah, it's possible.
and that's a
I mean,
problem. No, sure, I agree. That's a hey, people coming here illegally is a problem always.
yeah, exactly. I I think
Uh-huh.
we're in agreement. We found common ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
stop
I don't
illegal
get it.
immigration, right?
Stop illegal immigration. Under the current policy, I think it's okay. Hey, you guys come. Anybody who wants to come to America, like hey, jump that border, get over here.
Yeah.
Because right now our immigration process is broken. You will never get in. If you are a person who has to jump a border, Like you will never get here in here legally, so you might as well just do it. Go to California.
Yeah. All right.
Not don't stay out of Texas. What? No, but again, here's another
Uh-huh.
thing too. Like those
Uh-huh.
people who are here with that the easier getting in way,
Uh-huh.
one if they break a significant law, then they have to leave. Like it helps us keep track of who is actually here. Right now, the government really has no idea. And right now, their best
Exactly.
course
Exactly. We don't know who's here.
right
Yeah.
now, that's why my process makes more sense. A wider avenue for people to
Uh-huh.
come here.
Then do you
Yeah.
advocate ICE instead of deporting everyone? They go around and they um put like probation officers on every illegal immigrant.
On every no, there has to be yeah some kind of like we have to like radically change our infrastructure. Like there has to be brand new jobs. Yeah. Like probation officers
Uh-huh.
for ex-cons. Yeah, we would have to have probation officers for
So you're gonna
those
make
people who are
every illegal immigrant have to go like check in with probation officers?
yeah. And
Hmm.
I'm a job creator all of a
Hmm.
sudden. I think hey, we don't
Uh,
need I think the what's it called? The 3 4 million people in the military right now, like I think that's too many people. I think we should shrink those jobs and then send them into government jobs that are actually helpful.
huh.
Like all these people being in the military, it's not helpful.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think we should have more government jobs and they can enlist similarly to like just a high school degree. You can come and enlist and do all these functions. Your pay will be the same, but I think it'll be much more useful than yeah, I don't. I think our military is way too big. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Hmm. Interesting.
Mm. Yeah, yep, yep. There's no downside. It's what I'm trying to say.
No
I
downside
don't think.
to letting more people in.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. No, I can't speak on that. Maybe it's true. I no wait. Are we talking like theoretical? Because there's definitely theoretical downsides. There, I can think of potential downsides
like
to
bad
letting too
people
many
doing
people in.
bad things. I mean, sure. You're like, is that it? Bad people doing bad things
Well, okay. So here, how about
and
this?
spies. Uh-huh.
Let's say that okay, I'm gonna create a random country. Right? There's a country out there, and they practice cannibalism. It's very normal for them. Cannibalism is fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Sure.
If we let too many of those people in, it will
They'll start eating
definitely.
people.
Huh? No,
They'll
no,
start eating people.
no, no, no. Oh, yeah, they will, but they'll change. They'll start affecting the culture towards that, right?
Okay, eating people is illegal right now. You think they're gonna
No, if
rise up
there's
to be
no, there, if there's,
politicians and
yeah,
uh,
for sure.
uh,
Yeah. Do you
so
know?
you're worried
Do you know
about
what's happening
uh-huh.
in England?
No.
Like Muslims, there's a lot of Muslims who are rising up into the ranks. I think the mayor of London is Muslim too, and there are some that are advocating for Sharia law in England. So yeah, different cultures that come to a different place, if there's enough of that happening, they can definitely influence the culture and politics because it's literally happening in the world right now.
So I don't know the what's it called like the like our system if we had the system I'm suggesting just off the cuff right now like it'll be very hard for you to influence political
How?
decisions for
How?
decades. Huh? What do you mean how?
How?
Well,
What do
I
you
mean,
mean?
first of all,
People
there's
vote.
14
Uh-huh.
million people. No, so but
Uh-huh.
they can't. The people who are coming here with that status for years, they won't be able to vote.
Oh, so you're not going to give them the right to vote,
I
even
mean,
though.
not for years. Like we're talking about a very like a lower class of probationary status, like lower than a green card.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, they're not
I
gonna
don't
have the
know. That
right to
seems a
vote.
little inhumane, but
It's more humane to let them just be out there or be here illegally. I don't. Yeah, it's far less inhumane than those options.
hmm.
I think.
Okay. So, no, but eventually, if there's enough of one. I mean, again, I'm just talking about the theoretical downsides because you keep saying there's no downside of letting people in. There are definitely
Uh-huh.
downsides. Enough.
Like,
Uh-huh.
uh-huh. No,
If
no, go ahead. You.
Yeah, if enough of one culture comes into a like concentrated area, that area's culture is definitely going to change. Unless and some of that might be good. If it's a positive thing, that's good. But I, there are going to be people who are upset about the culture of their country changing, influenced by uh, different cultures. And I understand America is a melting pot. It's a lot of different cultures, and that's what makes us great. But there are I mean, let's be adults. There are cultures out there that are not exactly compatible with the culture of freedom and right to liberty and pursuit of happiness that is, and equality for all, right? There are cultures out there even now that put people in different like categories and classify certain people as less than other classes. So we don't want to import those bad, cultures from all around the world, right? So that's a potential theoretical downside. And in order for us to make sure that that doesn't happen, we have to have limitations on who can come in so that we can influence and filter what types of cultures come to what area so that not too much of one bad element is concentrated somewhere. That's reasonable, right?
No, yeah, that's reasonable, but I mean, like you're talking about extreme cultures there aren't a lot of people practicing that in the world,
No, let's be
and
no,
if we
no. You know
let,
what?
uh-huh.
This is if anything gets us canceled, this might be it. But let's be real. It's like, do you think Sharia law is good?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what that is.
Like, do you think honor killing of your wife when they do something that you deem not good is that good?
So this is a Muslim thing, like their extreme views. I
Yeah.
don't get how that's affecting like political policy over. So there are politicians who are Muslims in Europe.
Uh huh.
Like, how did they get to that position?
Well, they've been let in. They have status. They run for office. There's enough other people there with like minds, and they vote these people into office, and then they start affecting law and policy. To
So,
Mhm.
wait, so they like for us, we there are limitations to like you have to gain citizenship. Is it really that easy to gain citizenship in Europe
Well, these
and then
people
take
have.
that? Uh-huh.
Well, I think it's happened over a long time, but it's happening now.
Okay. I mean, like, but isn't that just? I don't. Well, so they they got citizenship legally, and over time, that's what they want to do.
Yeah, so like their borders were much wider, right? They
Like,
let
who's they? Like,
in
which country
England,
specifically? Okay.
and then they let more people in,
Hmm.
and you know, it's easy to infiltrate when that's the policy. Again, I don't know the
Mm-hmm.
extent of this.
Hmm.
Like I don't know, like I'm not saying that it's like ruining England. All I'm saying is, given what's happened in England, it's easy for anybody to replicate. Get enough people to come and you know gain status in a certain area, and as long as you are bringing, um, you know, some sort of agenda, then it's not impossible to rise the ranks and become politician and affect change in that area, right? Like again, if you have ill intent, right? Like think about how many people they have in China. Like, did you know that at a certain point, it wasn't like Hispanics that was the majority of border crossings. It was actually Chinese people. So
Okay. When?
I think in 2000 like 20, it was pretty recent. I remember seeing a stat that um I'm gonna look it up.
So more Chinese than Hispanic people were trying to illegally come into our country.
Mm-hmm. At a certain point, not in the aggregate.
Sure. What? Yeah, like
Like there were
encounters at
certain
the border.
specific times. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so sure, there are, I think, minuscule, tiny, yeah, like that in theory is a possible downside, but I think the benefit and the overall good, it just far outweighs those tiny fears.
Is it
I
tiny
mean, yeah,
though? I don't know that it's
I think it's
tiny.
I think so. I
What?
mean, like, so right now the narrative is that our country is filled with murderers and rapists. That's just
No,
not.
yeah,
It's
no,
not.
I don't think that's the case. Sure.
Yeah, like undocumented migrants in our country now, they make our country so much better, and our many economies would, crumble.
Hmm.
But anyway, like, I mean, of course, there's a risk there in anything that you do. There's a risk, but I think that there's
Okay.
more
So,
dangers
sorry,
ahead.
I'm gonna backtrack on the Chinese national thing. It was in 2024. It was roughly somewhere around 20,000 Chinese nationals that were encountered at the southern border. So
At the southern
at
where, like
like
the
southern U.S., like they were crossing in
oh, okay.
through Mexico.
Like, okay, so they all went, 20,000 people went to Mexico, Chinese people, and they try to get into America.
Yeah. So that
But why?
I,
And how?
what do you mean? I mean, it's if China wanted to infiltrate America, right? That's the way that I would do it if I was China.
But I'm so confused. So these people had bad lives in China. They flew to Mexico,
No, wait, wait.
try
We
to
don't
get
know
into
that they
America.
had bad lives in China.
So these could have been just bad people
Yeah, just
sent by the government.
hmm or maybe yeah, they had bad lives, but they somehow found the plane ticket to Mexico, and
No,
then
okay, so what's gonna happen when they get here? Like, what's the plan? They're gonna become undocumented and just live here?
yeah,
And then do what? What's the
and then
plan?
well, like they have kids, and then they'll become citizens, and then if they keep educating them like maliciously, if they had bad intent, and then say well, eventually when like China is our home country, so you know like as you grow up, like make sure you do certain things this way.
Okay, so I think that's a little too conspiratorial, if that's a word,
No,
and like
that's
convoluted. No,
no,
listen, if
that's
the government wanted
literally
to send bad people to come here, why wouldn't they just send them legally? They really can't
they
send
do.
people here legally?
They do.
Then, and illegally
Yeah.
to
Well,
hurt
so
America?
if it's that easy to enter the country, then why wouldn't they use that illegal? That's what I'm saying. Like, this is all just an answer to the question of what is the downside of letting people who want to come in.
Eh,
There are downsides.
No, no, there are downsides, but that doesn't even make any sense because if I was the Chinese government, I would use my wealth and resources to send specific people legally to America, and then yeah, then unroll and unfold my plan.
Yeah, and then, but
To
then
send, uh,
if the process is as hard and difficult as you say, then they'll say, you know what, screw that. Then we'll just send them in
no, if
legally.
you're rich and wealthy, yeah, it's very easy, like much easier and very possible. Huh?
Yeah, but
Wasn't
then
was
but again, so that because of the process there, what maybe the legal process identified that, oh, I think these people are actually trying to do something nefarious. We're gonna stop letting them in. Then what do you do then? Then you go through the easy route of just cross the border.
I think I to me that plan makes no sense.
Why doesn't it make sense? If your goal is to have as many of your people living within the borders of your enemy country, why is that? Why does that not make sense?
That just it's too is conspiratorial a
It's the
correct word? That
easiest
just
path to come in. It's literally, you
huh?
said it. It's the easiest way to come into the country.
So you're gonna send like yeah. So yes, getting in this country it's easier, but then you're telling these people to go live, really difficult. Like, are they getting money from the government still to
Or,
support their
no,
undocumented lives?
no, but even like the worst, like even really like low income people in America actually are better off than the really low income people in other parts of the world, right? So it might not
Uh-huh.
even be like, oh, you gotta suffer for the country. It might just be, oh, they're gonna take care of you. Like you'll be fine.
While they're communicating with the
Well,
Chinese government
because
to overthrow.
there's a reason why people come into the country illegally, right? There's a reason why people want to come here even if it's illegally, because it's a better it might be a step up from their current situation.
No, but the idea that foreign governments are sending their people, their agents in here illegally
Mhm.
to live and then eventually like gain political power. Is it possible? Yeah. Is it happening? Sure. 20,000 people? No, I don't think
No,
so.
I think you'd be naive to think that that's impossible.
No, I still don't get it. Like, why wouldn't you just legally? Because you want to hide from the government. Why, if you had all the resources of your government, like the I don't know. Why wouldn't you?
No,
Why
because
wouldn't use legal avenues to get here
again,
to citizenship?
maybe the country recognized that, oh, we're letting too many of these people in, so we got to stop letting them in. What if that happened? Then you
That
just send them in.
happened, like that actually happened,
No, no, I'm
or
saying, what if
that
that
could be a
happened?
potential issue. What if that happened?
Yeah, then
So
you
then
would just
what?
use the
No,
legal
then
route, right?
the backup plan of okay, go be undocumented, like that backup plan doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know.
Why doesn't that make sense?
It
If
doesn't
if the goal is just to embed people in the country,
like to do what?
to
To go be a lower class citizen and go be undocumented.
yeah,
What's the plan? What's the benefit of that?
well, you can sway the culture, right?
Weighing culture.
Yeah.
But why is that a benefit to the their previous nation?
Well, if the previous nation then says, "Oh, like we have a foothold in this part of the country because there's a lot of our nationals there," then they have that's an advantage. Or like propaganda, right? Like just like through the internet say, "Oh, like America is doing this thing bad, so like you nationals, you should be doing this." Like there's tons of benefits of having uh, different country nationals.
I don't know. You must see something that I don't see because to me that seems like the worst return on your investment.
What is the investment? There's no investment. People are just living their lives in a different country. Like you're not.
But
It's
they're
like
government agents who have to communicate with
no, no. I'm not saying no, no,
China
no.
and then
I'm not saying that they're government agents. I'm saying that China as a country, right? If they want to influence
uh-huh.
America, then they would just ship a bunch of their people without being agents, right? They can just ship a bunch of their people to America, and they can influence the culture in America
To do
to
what?
be more
To,
Chinese,
to be more
yeah,
Chinese?
to be more sympathetic to China.
But what's the means to so to be more sympathetic toward China,
Uh huh.
more Chinese people being here?
Uh huh.
I don't know. I just I don't think so.
Why?
Because you're assuming these bad intentions of regular people coming
Yeah, no,
over here.
that's what I'm talking about. The bad intentions, the downside of having open borders.
Anyway, sorry that plan is so stupid. Like China sending tons of undocumented people to come live here and influence our culture. To me, that is just idiotic. Like it doesn't even it makes no sense to me.
Okay, so then
That's
what?
like the it makes
Huh?
like what kind of influence were you gonna have? I just don't get it.
Dude,
I
you
don't
can
get
have
it.
tons of influence.
As an undocumented person here in this country,
Yeah, if there's
I
a
don't
whole
know.
community of undocumented, like, like there are parts of the country, right, where there's a concentration of like illegal, like Hispanic immigrants. That whole area changes. I'm not saying in a negative way, but it's influenced toward that culture, right? Like languages change, like the types of food in that area change. Yeah, people living in certain areas definitely changes the culture.
But you're talking about in a really bad and negative way. I don't think that happened. I don't think that has
No,
happened.
I'm saying that it's possible.
Sure, yeah, again, there are risks.
That's the
Absolutely, there are
downside. Yeah,
risks.
that
No, there
well,
are risks,
yeah,
but
that's the answer to the question of
uh,
what is the downside of letting tons of people in.
Yeah, and I agree there are potential theoretical risks, of course, with anything that you do, but I think the risks, like the good and the benefit, far outweighs those tiny, tiny risks.
No, I think it's no longer tiny if you say, "Well, I'm just gonna let a bunch of people in." Then that risk grows exponentially. Like if you give an avenue for something to happen, even if the risk currently is small, if you say, "Well, then because the risk is so small now, I'm just gonna let it happen," then the risk grows, right? So, like, for example,
But that's
Mhm.
can we call it eventually? I gotta eat, and it's already
Oh,
11:34
fine,
here.
all right,
Huh?
all right. There's a list. You want to call it now?
All right.
All right.
Say your last point. Go ahead.
No, all I'm saying, and I think we agreed at one point. I don't know what's happening here. All I'm saying is we just can't have open borders. We have to have a process of
No,
letting people in.
I agree. I mean, like, I'm not saying just open the door and let anybody in. There will be a process. I mean,
Mhm.
even if it's easier, but there are 14 million people here, and I really like, what's the downside of all these people
I
being
just
here?
I just explained the downside.
No,
You
too many
can't
Mexican
so
restaurants.
no, you can't just look at what's happening now, right? You have to look at if
No,
well
but
because there's no
we
downside,
uh-huh.
let's just continue to let it happen. Then there are tons of risks involved with that.
No, sure, but we've seen what it looks like when a lot of people come here, even illegally. What has been the downside so far?
I mean, if
Like
that's your
genuinely.
if that's your attitude, then
Uh,
you're I think you're advocating for open borders.
no,
Like
no, anyway.
the downs sure, even if there's no downside now, there's no downside now because there's some sort of restriction in who can come in. But if because it has it's like living in a house with a roof and saying, "Oh, I've never been wet. So, do we even need this roof? Let's get rid of the roof." Yeah, once you get rid of the roof, then you'll see tons of downside.
No, again, I'm not advocating for open. Stop saying open borders. Like I'm not advocating. Nobody is advocating for a non-existent country.
No,
But
but what you're
uh,
saying when you say what's the downside of letting all these people in, you're advocating for letting way more people in,
but
right?
but you're arguing about potential risk. I'm looking at our past, and I really like there are 14 million people illegally here who have crossed the border or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, an open country. What's the difference between the country I'm proposing and the country we have now? 14 million people are here. We haven't been really a closed border anyway.
Yeah, but I think it's because
And then
we've
what's
lived
been the downside? Uh,
again. Is we've had these restrictions, but if you advocate for legalizing these 14 million, you know, like what? Okay, let's just end it at yeah. We need to have a process, a filtration process.
these are human beings, huh? They're not water.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Vetting. Sorry, the correct term is vetting. We need some sort of some process. We can't just
Hey,
say,
these are human beings. They're not animals.
okay, we need
Huh?
we need a way to pick and choose the good and the bad.
I think that's getting worse. Whoa. Okay,
Yeah.
like, hey, they're not crops.
Mm,
Okay, you
yeah.
can't just pick and choose. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.